Hello, 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 hello. What up, Ramu? Rumu? Oh, we're just gonna say Ramu every time anyway, so. That's your name, even if it's not. Hey Siri. How are you? How is my day going? Well, it just started, so... It's going fairly well, for what it has been. I ate breakfast. Made my bed, started streaming. Good times. Excuse me. I started yawning and then I made that noise. My throat wanted to say hello, apparently. Without saying hello. $9 AM? No, it's almost noon. I mean, I did other stuff. I checked email and whatnot. I don't ever get any emails, so there's really no point in checking that. But hey. Important emails, anyway. I do get emails sometimes. Check the old Discords, etc., etc. By the way, I decided, because why not, that I would try out the Streamlabs version of OBS again. Let me know if there's an issue. There shouldn't be. The audio should be the same, all that jazz. Thought I'd give it a try, because I hate having 15 windows open that are all janky and everywhere. Not really 15 windows, but I don't like it, you know? Leave me alone. I'm a simple man, alright? Ow. I like how the two people that watch the stream the most are actually, like, way east. Suppose it is a convenient time for people over there, but... Are we doing anything in particular? I forgot. Do we have a guild? Not really. Why would we have guild? That would be convenient. We could sell that. We can sell these! Hey, we're gonna have some gil. I got an achievement. I got an achievement called Plunder. You think that would be for picking up stuff in chests, but okay. Apparently not. I'll tell you about the music on the menu. It is loud. Because unfortunately the way this game works is that when you start a game you set up your audio settings, and in fact you can see they're a bit lower than max. But the main menu and the game itself has no audio settings. So I can't change the volume on the menu. So that'll always be a bit loud, unfortunately. Evening, so it's a nice time to watch stuff. It's just a convenient time for me to play, so... what do we need? That's the question. I mean, technically, this is a huge bonus to his damage, but... Wanna hear something scary? No. We need you, my friend. My knight-based friend. Oh, there's Infused right there. It's gonna be expensive. I can't even afford that. Because that's 200 right there. That's unfortunate. We need Balthier to get the Blood Sword. That way we can put Blood Sword on him so he has sap, and then, for now, for a while, Vaughn will have sap as well. Making coffee. I've never actually had coffee. No, wait, no, I've had it once. Like one of the very few people in the world who hasn't had coffee in some sort of reasonable consistency. I drink tea, if you're curious. Quite like tea. Although I haven't had any of the supposedly better tea that the British like to talk about so much, considering they are supposedly kings of tea. I just have the cheap stuff from the store that comes in a little tea bag. It works, man. By the way, look at Penello's face during that scene. If you actually caught it. Her smile is weird when the camera's zoomed out.
Hey, Mjorn lives here, doesn't she? We're here to see her.
Mjorn.
You will leave at once.
Hey, it's Mjorn.
It is not allowed for humans to walk on these grounds.
We'll go as soon as we've seen Mjorn.
If you can find her.
We're not leaving until
Cheap
you let us
stuff's
see
good
her.
enough. Yeah.
Fine then. We'll look for her ourselves.
Ah.
I've heard the voice of the wood. She says Mjorn is not in the village. Jyote, where has she gone?
Why do you ask? The wood tells us where she has gone. Or can you not hear her? You cannot. Your ears are dull from hearing their harsh speech, I think. Viera who have abandoned the wood are Viera no longer. Mjorn too has left her embrace.
And you forsake them in turn?
It is the will of the village. Viera must live always with the wood. So is the green word, and so is our law.
We'll let you worry about keeping your laws. Just do us a favor and stay out of our way. We'll find her ourselves.
You want me to be honest? Freaking butts. If you want me to be honest, I actually forgot we had to do the mine. Which might suck. We should be able to get through the mines fine, but we'll see once we actually get to the boss.
Our sister has left the wood and gone west. She wanders warrens among men who hide themselves in clothes of cold iron. Thus to me has the wood spoken.
Thanks.
The Viera may begin as part of the wood, but the wood is not the only end we may choose.
The same words I heard 50 years ago.
There. Now we can leave. There's actually no reason for us to stay here except for... wait, no. Is it this way? There we go. That's the only reason to actually stay here in any reasonable, you know, circumstance. Except for if you're doing hunts, which we're not doing right now. You want to make sure you pick that up because it is haste. Which will be very good for Fran because she has a gun. What was in the mine again? Bats and some dinosaurs? Yeah, it's the Henne mines.
Didn't think we'd get any information out
Hello,
of that one.
Zev. Hola.
So then, what was she saying about men in a warren?
The
What, bunnies?
Hennemagicite
Yeah,
mines.
but
Maybe that's what she meant.
why do we need to stay here?
They're
We
lying
have Fran.
Bangkok, south of the Osmoan Plain. The entire region is a
could
colony
look
of
at
the
Bunny Butt wherever
Arcadian
you want.
Empire. There would be soldiers.
Is that a problem? Let's move.
Fran,
Yes?
I was wondering what Yote said, you know? About how you said the same thing 50 years ago?
Your point?
How old were you again?
Nice fun.
Surprisingly rude.
Try to grow up, please.
You know what I've never actually understood? Why is it so bad to actually ask? How else is he gonna know how old she is? If he doesn't ask how old she is. It's kind of counterintuitive. I don't think we have anyone that actually can use haste yet. It'll be down here somewhere. There it is. Now we do. Problem solved. Does Fran have spell bind? Spellbound. No. Oh, there you go. Solved that problem too. Easy. We're just gonna set this up for haste real quick. That way we can give it to Fran. Very quickly give it to Fran by doing this. I mean, it goes. There we go. Easy peasy. Now Fran does damage but faster. She's not crit health. We could do, will this actually kill her, I wonder? Yeah, okay. Look, I actually had to know if that would kill her, okay? We need Balthier or somebody to have really low MP. It's easier later in the game because we'll have a higher MP use. I was wondering if it would kill her or put her at 1 HP. Stop asking stuff. Murdered in cold blood. Perhaps it's a culture thing. I mean, I know... Oh, this is the wrong way, that's right. I know it's a US, it's apparently a Japanese thing too. Where you just don't ask women their age, but like... Oh my god, that lighting for some reason. But how do you know their age if you're never allowed to ask their age? Very confused. Why is it offensive? I don't know. I'm blind. Doesn't matter that Vaughn's blind because Vaughn's not the one doing the damage, so... We're actually pretty good on a damage front for now. We're not very good on a survival front if we pull too many things. But we can at least handle ourselves moving between areas without burning through like 50 potions. So you'll want to have a potion here, by the way. It's very cheap. It's cheaper than getting a chocobo otherwise. If you give this Imperial, filthy Imperial a potion, they tell you they flee from the Hine mines, and they offer to let you use your chocobo, their chocobo. If you don't give this guy a potion, you have to go all the way back to the village, and then hire a chocobo for however much it costs. Which is inefficient. By the way, I was indeed correct. You can get to that place that I've forgotten the name of now. It's not very useful, is it? Oops. Man, what is it? It's a ropey step, that's what it is. You can in fact get there very early. So we'll be utilizing that. Age thing is kind of a remnant from a different time.
Researchers from the Draclaw laboratory. What were they doing here?
Research.
If a stranger or person I barely know asks for no reason, I'd probably be confused. That's fair. I actually just, like, don't care if people know how old I am. 27, by the way. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything, so I'm quite alright. Anyway, welcome to Hine Mines. This is phase 1 of the Hine Mines, or Site 1, whatever the game calls it, I don't remember. You need a key, I believe, to get to Site 2. But you get that key from, I think it's a hunt. Which, is it over here or over there? It's over here, isn't it? Yeah. Which we won't be doing for a very long time, plus we don't really want to be in that side of the mines anyway. Reacting more to the fact that they're probing about stuff, excuse me, stuff like that, it's fair enough. So if you don't know how these places work, they're a recurring theme in this game. Tiny areas like this are traps, so if you leave the door open like this, you can go that way, which we may as well do, but you can go this way and it does not lead the direction that you need to go. You have to flip the gate switch. But when you flip the gate switch, it spawns 8 trillion things. Fran is poisoned. It's no longer poisoned because Larsa exists. But I think if we go this way, or it's the other one, I'm not sure. Why is Larsa still alive? Wait, is this the right way? Oh, this, wait a minute, this is the right way. I lied! I'm a filthy liar. Wait, so we have to go the other way. I was gonna say, but if you go this way, you can get a map, I think. But it turns out I was mistaken. The first one of these is actually correct, but the rest of them aren't. Now I feel bad. Anyway, we're gonna leave. because I don't want to actually fight anything in there. There's also a hunt that spawns down here. And a lot of bats, apparently. Good God. Easy. Easiest game of my life, to be honest. But anyway, here you go. You can actually miss that map, in which case you'll have to come back later to pick it up. I guess you don't have to pick it up. It doesn't even show you the whole mines. It shows you phase 1 of the mines, specifically. And then I think there's a separate map for phase 2, which still doesn't show you the entire place, because hidden pathways. Please, flip the switch. God damn it. Flip it. The switch. Stop hitting. Flip. Thanks. Which is gonna spawn more things. It should anyway, yeah. Which we don't want to fight. You might notice a recurring pattern. Why are there so many bats? What did I do to your bat-based family? Besides kill you. Because you're kind of in the way. Why is every animal in this game so mean? Like, they're bats. Why are the bats so aggressive? What's up, X? 9 hours of cutscenes in Praetorium. They're not that long. The whole Praetorium runs like an hour. The Castor Meridium, whatever the hell it is like 40 minutes. Yo, everyone says the XP isn't worth it, but I think the XP is lying. Because I'm getting way more XP than the chat log says. Like, it said 1.4 million and I got like close to 3 million in one of those runs. Is there any loot in this place we need? I don't think there is. But we do need to rehaste Fran at some point. Oh, Larsa died. You know what, Larsa? We'll revive you. Sometimes I hate gambits. There we go. I mean, you really don't have to do anything in those dungeons. When I was running it, I just basically tabbed out, and then like, when the cutscenes were done, I would just hold W for a little bit, call it a day. You want to know what I've been doing the story dungeons as? White Mage. What is healing? Pretty much, you know, if you need to, which you probably shouldn't, put a regen on the tank, swift cast Holy, and then just spam Holy. Because almost every enemy in that place is susceptible to stun. Ow. I think the giant isn't. Something over there isn't. I don't know what it is. Even power leveling War and White Mage. Warrior, half the time, doesn't even need healing. I don't really want to fight you, but I think we have to at some point. Oh, there's 2 of you, right? Hey. How's it going, bud? But we need to go... We need to go some way that is the wrong way in order to flip the gates and loop back around. We are indeed talking about 14. By the way, this enemy has a insta-kill mechanic. Please don't kill me, actually. Tri-Fangs or whatever has a % chance to insta-kill. Warrior in FF14 is a rather curiously balanced class. So, those are both mimics, by the way. That door is the closed one. We go this way, that means that door is closed, yeah. So, technically, the 3 tank jobs in that game are balanced, DPS-wise. If you just sit there on a dummy with your perfect rotation for, you know, however many minutes, I don't know what it is, it's like 3 or 6 or something. All the tanks will do essentially the same damage. I died. Disappointing. The problem is that Warrior's damage is so focused on the burst that it has that it actually gets out ahead in a lot of cases. Because you're not just hitting a boss for, you know, 10 minutes straight. There's other things that are occurring there. Movement, the boss leaves, mechanics, etc. Plus Warrior's just tanky. They have ridiculous AoE. They have ridiculous tank. By the way, that one will kill you if you stay there. If you're really strong, you can fight in there, get a bunch of LP and XP, but dangerous. You mechanics, yeah. War Cheese's throttle in V5S. Oh my god, Larsa. We haven't been doing that. I can do it. We tested it and I can do it easily. As long as I don't have weakness. But, we haven't been doing that. We were doing it the normal way. The intended way. Which really isn't any worse. Because none of the ghosts, the throttle ghosts in that are actually difficult. You get more DPS on the boss, I'll give you that. But that fight, the enrage in that fight is so lenient that I don't think it matters.
Look at the Magicite.
These
mines much resemble the ones at Lusu.
The other static in our FC actually has, this is not how this is supposed to work, by the way, actually has the Dark Knight pull over the warrior. Well, it has the tank over the warrior too.
Is it her? What is this mist?
As long as you kill the smokestack on the train, you shouldn't be hitting Enrage.
The stench of fumes. The stench of power.
We had our clear was with a 6 percentile Black Mage.
Stay away!
That did less DPS than both of the tanks, so you should be fine on the Enrage check there. Black Mage is an adventure. Now, V2, I'll give you that one. That one can be pretty close. V3 I haven't hit Enrage on yet. We're on just Passive Virus, if you actually know what that is. Lydia keeps you sane during these cutscenes. Alright, so. V1 and V2 is all you've been doing. What is that mechanic from somewhere else? Did you ever do A8 Savage? Balthier has that, no? He did Brute Justice. Do you remember, I forgot the name of the mechanic, but the thing he does, like Judgment or something, I don't remember what it's called. The thing he does right at the start of the final phase. That thing where everyone has to do, like, 8 different mechanics simultaneously within, like, 30 seconds or something like that. That's what Virus is. It's simpler than that one, but it's essentially the same thing. Everyone gets a bunch of debuffs and they all have to go to positions to do different things. It's not too bad. There is the return of Elegant Rot during that, though. One player gets Elegant Rot and you have to pass it while everything else is going off, so. And there's no cheesing this Elegant Rot. You have to do that one. Not that Elegant Rot's very hard, but hey. Is a diagram GIF out? Yeah. Not too bad, though. Alright, I think we're just gonna go in with this. We have 2 saps, so it should apply pretty quickly. And Fran here will be our damage. He's not crit health, because Herp Derp Man here is not gonna let us do it anyway. But she has haste, she has berserk. Our real danger with this is surviving, because he's going to slap us over the head about 50 billion times. You also might hear noises like that in the background. My apologies. Don't worry about it. Yes, continue hitting me, not the person with the gun. Or him, hit him, that's good too. Why doesn't Vaughn have a shield? Because we can't wear a shield because we don't have one. Right. So this is why I'm trying to move away from everyone else, by the way. Because he does have arrow and he does have... well, there goes Larsa. He does have other cleaves, so... try and split our party members up a bit. Nice backward paw swipe, my friend. I just want to point out, you missed a stream. Did you miss the stream? I didn't stream yesterday, so. He keeps you enthralled by yelling at you to do your fucking job. That sounds about right. How SOs work. I just want to point out the damage difference between everyone else and Fran. Like approximately 100. We didn't apply sap, did we? Nope. Is he immune to it, I wonder? Like 100 to 900. It's a slight difference. Nah, that video was from the day before. The YouTube videos will be delayed. May as well do quickenings, right? Alright, you don't have quickenings because you have no MP. Correct. Briefly bring Ash back in. Never mind, she's dead. Let's briefly bring Ash back in. Come on, Ash, I believe in you. You've done it. You've died again, but you've done your job. Alright. Not you, Vanilla. That's who I wanted. Actually, no, I don't want Vanilla. I'll just bring Balthier back in, it's fine. I was sleepy and everyone. I'm doing quite alright. So now that he's crit health, assuming Vaughn doesn't die, which he did, somehow, we're gonna pop a quickening, because he should have increased defense, increased damage. And I don't really want to deal with that. So instead we'll deal with, did I just, oh, I mischarged to nothing because he can't mischarge, that's right. Well, that's unfortunate. Kind of forgot about that flaw in my my gearing here. Let's take... no. Gotta take Balthier out at some point. So the problem is Balthier has forced 0 MP, which means even if you mischarge, he doesn't get a mischarge. So it's a waste of a reroll.
Here goes.
Not that it matters, but hey. Alright, game. We can play this game, I guess. Why can't you quickening? Oh, 'cause she's berserked, right, so she doesn't show up. Vaughn, can you heal? You can't quickening because she's permanently berserked. Right, you don't have a weapon. Because we sold all your stuff. This is correct, yes. I recall now. Slight flaw in my plan, but Fran's still going, so that's her entire job, is to exist back there. Disabled guy. Rude.
Yeah.
31 damage, oh boy. How's it going, Vaughn? Oh, now he's petrified. No, that's not good. Hey, it missed. Aha! Hey, June Vaughn. I'm disappointed how easy you're making Tiamat look at this level. The only reason Tiamat is dying is because of Fran. He's the only one doing any damage. I would have killed her with quickenings, but I forgot how the quickenings work. Because I'm a genius. A genius, I say. Anyway, that was the thing. Never spin a really sharp blade like that and then throw your hand into it to catch it. Look how he's holding it, dude. That's not how you hold things, my friend. Easiest fight of my life, to be honest. Gasp. She's dead 5 ever.
That thing inside her, what was it?
Wow, Vaughn. Lewd. Hiromu had the same idea as me.
Is it you? When the Hume soldiers came to the wood, the village took small heed of them. So long as the wood herself is safe from harm, the Viera give little care to goings-on beyond her. But in me, an uneasiness stirred. I had to discover why they had come.
How did Tiamat go?
So you came here.
The only
hoping
person
to
that
find
died
something
was
out and got
Ash.
yourself caught. You're
And
as
what's his
foolhardy
name?
as your sister.
They took me then and set close beside me a stone. They said its mist would be drawn into me,
Whole speed
that
bump.
the Viera well
Accurate.
suited this end. I saw the light coming from the stone, and then
We have seen this. On Leviathan, the mist released from the Dawn Shard drove me too into such a rage. She was taken not by the Dawn Shard.
Manufactured nethicite. Then that means... Penella, the stone I gave you, do you still carry it with you?
Sure, it's right here.
This is a thing more dangerous again than I had imagined. I should never have given it to you. Forgive me, I didn't know.
I'd always thought of it as sort of a good luck charm. And even if it is dangerous, on Leviathan it kept us safe.
There is a place for all things, even danger such as this.
I hope you're right about that.
I always thought that that line right there sounded weird. It sounds like it's slowed down a little bit. Or he's stealing his girl. I don't think that's quite how that works, but we'll roll with that. Hello. Rather ominous stare.
I heard the wood's whispers. Take it. Lente's tear is a permission. Pass through the wood and leave. To other places go.
That cannot be all. I saw it when I left the village. Ivalice is changing. How can the Viera stand and do nothing at all?
Ivalice is for the Humes. The wood alone is for us.
But that is wrong. How can we just hide here in the trees when all the world outside is on the move? I too wish to live freely, to leave this wood.
Do not do this. You must remain away from the Humes. Stay with the wood. Live together with the wood. This is your way.
But
Let the wood inside you.
I am no longer of you. I have discarded wood and village. I won my freedom, yet my past has been cut away forever. No longer can my ears hear the green word. This solitude you want, Miern?
Sister.
No, Miern. Only one sister remains to you now.
Wow.
You must forget my existence.
I am sorry to make you do this.
She goes against the laws of the wood. I threw down these laws. It is better that I do this. Better I than one who must uphold these laws herself.
Poor Fran can't even cry. Yeah, she doesn't have any tear ducts.
I have a request. Listen to the wood's voice for me. I fear she hates.
Does anyone actually visibly cry in this game? I don't think anyone does.
The wood longs for you, for the child gone from under her boughs.
A pleasant lie, that.
Be cautious. The wood is jealous of the Humes who have taken you.
I am as them now. Am I not? Goodbye, sister.
Look at that booty. Something something booty song. So at this point, since we have the tier, we may now traverse the forest in its entirety, which we can't see its entirety, but if we go this way, which is the intended way, it takes us over to a boss fight, which I said we're not going to skip, so prepare for me to fail about 50 trillion times, because that boss is awful. If, however, you so desire, you can go south, which is a much later game area, because the enemies are much higher level. Doesn't really matter for us, but if you go south, you can loop around to the east after going south into the Feywood, and then from the Feywood to the area that we're supposed to be going to. And that skips this boss entirely, so if you feel like it, you can skip the boss. I, however, am not skipping the boss. We need to look at, see if we can purchase anything useful here. I don't think we can. We have all the equipment. We can get a flame shield, but that doesn't do anything for us. I mean, I guess we should. There's no reason to have a flame shield right now, but at some point it'll probably be useful. Because we could have bought 2, but that's fine. We need a shield for Vaughn. Apart from that, what do we need? We need remedy lures. Adrenaline and last stand for him. Can we get that and the HP? Yes, we can. So Vaughn will need adrenaline. Just, there's really no reason not to get it, but he'll need it at some point because he's gonna have guns. He's gonna be our other late game damage dealer. We don't have any remedy lures, so what could go wrong? Haha, XD. Anything else I want from him? I don't think there's anything else we need from him right now. Give him raise. We don't have decoy yet, so we don't need to worry about that. Gain MP after dealing damage. Gain MP after taking damage. Those will be useful later, but not right now. Actually, I need to look at what his equipment is, don't we? Do we have anything that makes us immune to... No. I was gonna say immune to confuse, but we don't. We get decoy from hunts. Yes. Decoy won't be hugely useful for us right now. It will be once we get to Fawn Coast, so at that point we're gonna need to do it. I think we need black belt for both here. Can we get black belt for both here? Or even is black belt? Accessories 9. The answer to that is a resounding, unfortunate no. Oh well. What about you, Fran? I get you more HP. Way more HP, actually. Give her more damage. Elderworm Spore is not map wide, I know. This is probably the only fight that decoy is immediately useful on. We may... What hunt is it to get decoy? Because it does make this fight easier. Gosh, I don't know what to do with you, my friend. Ocean lore. Battle lores. Katanas count as physical attack damage, right? I believe they do. What's your guild level? Sure. Look it up. If it's like super high, that'd be a wee bit of an issue, but you know. Just gonna stack battle lores on this dude for now, why the heck not? Background banging noises, don't mind those. This is all accessories, yeah. Swiftness. Double swiftness. You can stack 3 swiftness, by the way. There's 3 available in the game. War Mage, she doesn't do much magic damage, so. Does White Mage get decoy? Or is it just, Red Battle Mage, does that get it? It's Bubble, that's pretty good. Drain, Reverse, Reverse also good. You do get it, okay. So Vaughn having it's actually sort of useful here. I may as well unlock that because we'll need it at some point. Vanilla, what am I gonna do with you? Oops. Wowee, 30 HP? For real though, what actually am I doing with Vanilla? At least she'll have some HP now. Baby steps, you know? Focus. More HP back there. My Black Mage has increased strength when her HP is full. Joyous day, question mark. Ribbon, we don't need obviously right now because we can't use it. There's swiftness. I knew she had swiftness in here somewhere. She only has 1 though. She has a bunch of ways to get MP back, which will be useful for her when we start actually black maging with her. Which won't be for a while. The rest of this I don't need right now, although it is useful. Archers make for good item healers, by the way. In case you're curious. How do you get the licenses that aren't connected in the board? Those are blocked away by espers. It's straight up Rabinaster, but it won't tell me what time. We can check out Rabinaster. These are blocked by espers. I have these because the way the game works is that there's just a set number of license board spots. So in this case, because we can get 2 license boards, it's sharing the license board spots. So we unlocked these over here on Archer, so that's the only reason they're here for Black Mage. But yeah, these are blocked away by espers. Only one character can have an esper. Every board has something blocked by that esper, so you have to take into account the value of what you're getting on that board versus what you could on somebody else. Finally, we'll want that. We're gonna want all this magic lore at some point too, but for now... Well, she has decoy as well. For now, that'll probably be good. We're not doing anything with her anyway. So Penelo went from 170 HP to 1460. Thinking emoji. There's nothing else here at once, so. Look at the Vieira Elder. Wowee. Look at Fancy Pants Magoo over here. So we're not going to teleport to Rabanastre from here because there's another teleport crystal before the boss anyway. We'll just make our way over there and then do it. Not a Ness-based thinking emoji. That looks like Ness. Oh man, I've been silenced. Oh man, I'm no longer silenced. Oh no, I'm no longer blinded. Never mind. I wish you guys weren't a thing. But that's okay. He's been hit with slow. If you have a gun, by the way, and you are afflicted with slow, you may as well just stop existing. Like, watch Fran's charge rate. Look at it go. Wowee. He's done it. Feels bad, man. Right. Again, if you go south instead of east, you can skip this boss, come back to it later if you want, but the boss is right here. Let's go to Rabanastre. By the way, Rabanastre is a 24-man raid in Final Fantasy XIV. I think it's from this shop, I would imagine. There we go. Easy. Oh, we get oil too. Oil's super important. Super important. Because what you want to do... I don't know, there's really any other reason to be here. What you want to do is apply oil to the thing that your gunners are firing at, and then have your gunners use Wormfire Shot. You have to get Wormfire Shot, but that makes it do fire damage, and then the thing with oil gets hit and it takes 8 trillion damage, and it's a good time. Go ahead and save again. So Vaughn here is going to be our tank. He has the most HP in the active party. Is there any magic that Balthier can even use if we wanted to? No. Okay. Sorry, I was cracking my wrist. Vaughn's gonna be your tank. He is going to apply to himself Decoy. Like so. Yeah, we'll get the bullets from the quest in the Ester Sand. We have to do that eventually at some point. We don't have to, but... You know what? Hold on. If you don't know what I'm doing, or are confused by what I'm doing, I am waiting for buffs to drop off. Because they were falling off there anyway in order to refresh them. eventually refresh them. Apparently taking a while here. There we go. Now we got our buffs, mostly, apparently, except for Fran, as it turns out. We can walk over here. So if you don't have decoy in this fight, because as mentioned, the boss's big hit is actually targeted. If you don't have decoy in this fight, it's really, really likely that boss will actually target someone other than what he's attacking for his big hit, which causes it to hit a bunch of people and it makes a sad day. If you have decoy though, and preferably some form of immunity, which I don't have, you can take the decoy poison and move him away from the main party. Of course, decoy is awful, so you will have to be aware of this and kill these. Slowly but surely, these will die. Unfortunately, Fran will not focus target with us. Don't cast silence on me, that's rude. Hold on. So that he removes the silence and stuff off of Vaughn so he can keep casting decoy. Decoy is really MP expensive. I'm having a stroke, I think. We will have to be aware of Vaughn's MP here. And Larsa's, because he'll run out of... He'll run out of resources eventually. Actually, that's only self, isn't it? Oh, nice miss, Vaughn. Oh, I silenced him. You have Protect and Shell. We should fix this. Decoy Duck to the rescue. Would you stop casting things on me, dude? Now he's casting slow. Oh, you know what we need, actually, is... Whatever you're doing, stop it. He's attacking Fran. He's attacking Fran with Sporefall, which means because Decoy wasn't up, it has now targeted everyone on the field. Hooray! Decoy has let me down once again. That's why I hate this spell, by the way. Absolutely detest Decoy because it has such a high chance of missing. Alright, so hit those two. That's bad. I can't tell you to do anything because you're a dingus. Wait a second here. That did 2,300 damage because of oil. Good times. Yeah, that looks about right too, to be fair. This is why you have decoy. Oh, she's silenced, right? I don't know what it's casting Fireball on, but... hopefully Vaughn. Please cast Haste on the person doing damage. Thanks. Come here, Larsa. Get away from the Anger Man. We'll bring both here back. and then away from him because death and despair. Does he have sap? Wow, where's my sap application? I'm pretty sure he's not immune to sap. You're right, Larson? Vaughn has no MP. This is the exact problem I was worried about. Yeah, that looks about right. And Balthier's tanking, which I don't want. This is fine. This is fine. Nothing wrong at all.
Got a surprise for you.
Way to swap, if you're curious, way to swap Fran out of the party because she's berserk. Which means she will not participate in this, and the game will not let me participate in this either, so it's entirely irrelevant. Haha, RNG. Clap. Sometimes I hate this game. Oh no. The instant I saw everyone with a red name, it was a bad time. Okay. So the entire party's confused. Ash, however, is not being attacked. Nope, can't cheese it. Considering how big quickenings are, you feel like they have a bit too much RNG? Yeah. It's lessened as you get higher level quickenings, but still. Oh, he just immediately died. Alright, well, that's fine, I guess. Nobody's confused anymore. Bran is currently being tanked, or tanking, I should say. Penelo carry us to victory. You can do it, Penelo, I believe in you. Oh no, Vaughn is still confused, never mind. I believe in you, Penelo. I believe in you, Penelo.
I got it.
No. He got 3 hits though. That's better than nothing. Not great. Ramu's emote game forever on point. He has a lot of emotes. Alright, so Phoenix down Larsa. I'd like Vaughn to stop hitting my party members, but okay. Now Penelo will die here, like 100% she's dead as hell. Alright, I can't tell you to move, that's right. Ow. Hit oil, if you're curious. I think we're fine though. Yeah, we're good. Easiest boss fight of my life, to be honest. I still only have 1 emote, so y'all are all ahead of me. And it's my own emote, so I don't know if that counts. That was a lot of resources that are actually entirely optional to use, but hey, we killed it. Congratulations! We did it, team. And now that we've killed it, there should be a chest that we can pick up, which has a whole bunch of gil in it. That's your reward for killing this boss, by the way. And then we can walk off in this word direction. PogChamp. Forgot to pick up the chests in this area, actually. Not that I care about it. I thought there was a second one. Apparently not. I keep forgetting how many emotes you have. Oh, you have a bunch of Power Rangers and Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I don't have those because I didn't watch, so. And we're back to our original party, so it's pretty easy. Vaughn, stop. Don't you be over here lying about your 4 emotes. Alright, so welcome to the... actually no, we still have to walk away, don't we? I think it's Paramina Rift. I don't remember the actual name of it, but... That's where we are. Did we ever equip his shield? We didn't. That would have been a good start, wouldn't it? Oh well. Who needs shields when you have guns? Question mark. You have a fair few from Twitch Prime. I only did Twitch Prime stuff for a month and I don't think I got any emotes. Zev over here with all 5 parts. The champion. By the way, yes, that is a slight variation of Malboro. It has like 50 more health and does literally nothing else different. I don't know why it exists. But, you know. It's a thing, I guess. Also this, a Diresaur. Diresaur. Zev wins, I guess we gotta go home now. I'm asleep. I'm not asleep. I am slow though. Slow is probably the worst status ailment for us to consistently have because most of the time I'm just not gonna remove it. Because to remove it requires either, I think, a remedy, which... Oh no, I think a clock works. Or is that just stop? I think it's slow or stop. Find out. Do we even have one? Chronosteer. Yeah, slow and stop. Either one of those, which you don't want to use, or the casting of haste, which I don't want to use. Anyway, these people tell you about pilgrims and this guy helps them over there and stuff like that. He actually carries them, by the way. I wish he'd carry me. Oh god. My apologies if you heard that. I hit the microphone cable. You have 117? No, Lars is dead. If you're going through this area, by the way, I believe, of all things, thunder weapons are actually very good around here. The king of emotes over here. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have all of them. Or not even all of them. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have the most, is what I meant to say. There's probably a few people with like 1,000 emotes or something. They got money to blow.
Empires parade down city streets while refugees walk barefoot through the snow.
And so I sue for peace, to stop short war and ease their suffering. My father will choose peace.
Will he now? You sound sure of yourself. You can never know another, even your father.
There's a reason Balthier says that right there, by the way. If you don't know the story.
Don't take it the wrong way, Kay.
I could go for a fluffy cat.
This crisis would not end were I gone. The Senate hates the very fact that House Solidor exists. By necessity, we must find reason to silence them.
Necessity? Ah, yes, necessity.
Necessity.
Does that word free you, I wonder? You show no hesitation to solve matters with blood.
The sword of House Solidor cannot be left to rust in doubt. It was you, Excellency, who tempered that sword.
Is this your idea of vengeance?
It is my idea of necessity.
Necessity.
If we do not act now, it is not only our future you imperil.
So, you would dirty your hands to keep his clean.
My hands are stained with blood. I see little reason to stay them now.
So they are. And so House Solidor lives on.
That cutscene, if you don't actually know the story of the game, probably means nothing to you. Just him and his dad talking about stuff with no actual meaning behind most of those words. We already know his hands are stained in blood because he killed his brothers. We don't know the rest of that cutscene because it doesn't show it to us until, I think, after this entire section of the story, which is real weird. Stop killing Balthier. Oh, okay. The damage didn't go out, but the knockback did. How weird. Anyway, how you doing, chat? Welcome to Mount Bur-Omesis. For some reason, it has floating islands around it. Alright, so this guy should have new gear. He does indeed. Including that, which is very good. A wind element dagger. Poison mace is pretty good. No better gun though. What about armor? You have better armor. There, only the flame shield? Oh, the ice shield is in here. There it is. So we need multiple ice shields. Specifically 2, because Fran can't actually use any, so we're just going to pick those up now. We're not going to equip it yet. But before I forget, we will do so. Where is the ice shield? There it is. The reason we want ice shields is because a particular elemental boss that shows up later. You don't need it immediately, but there's no real reason to not equip it now. For the rest of this, well, we need money first, so back to selling this garbage. pink poisonous fire-breathing dragon. Excuse me, sir? New bizarre goods. Excuse me. And of course we will get a full set of gear for our main party. This would also be good for Fran to have, but I don't think she can equip light armor? No. Or sorry, magic armor, mystic armor, whatever. Pink Raphalos, Pink Rathian. One of those. As far as weapons, I don't think we actually need any. I mean, yes, the weapons do increase the damage, but most of the damage is going to be on gun anyway, and there's not a new gun, so that doesn't matter. Can we get new armor? No, because you're 1 off, and you're 2 off. God damn it. You can wear it. Right? No, it's over there. Yeah, dang it. Let me check something real quick. There, that was a real quick check. I was expecting slightly more than that, but at this point, we can go ahead and save, probably. Do we need anything from this guy? Immune to confuse, that would have been good earlier. We will want those accessories later for particular fights late game to make ourselves immune to stuff, but I don't think it's a huge deal now. Kiraga, that problem with Kiraga is it costs too much MP. You're never gonna use it. I think Kiraja, no. Yeah, Kiraja is the one we're definitely never gonna use. We might use Kiraga, but not right now. We can forcibly give Berserk. We may as well purchase that. Probably use it at some point, and that's about it. Alright. Now we can save. We've been playing this for almost 11 hours. Still only get 10 viewers. Feels life, man. Might not even have that much health. I believe we will, simply because our magic power is so low. Kiraga should be a full heal, but not much over that. I never understood why this was built into this mountain. Couldn't they have figured a better place to put it? Sorry about that. I'm trying to find a comfy spot on my chair to sit. Because it looks cool. Fair, I guess. Too bad that looks like that. It would have been really cool for the remasters if they had managed to change some of the maps and stuff, particularly this one, so that you could see around. Because the way this map works is, it's actually the floor of this map. It's not very far below us, it's just a floor with a 2D texture. There's no actual terrain down there. So, A little disappointing, but you know. It's a PS2 game, you gotta work with what you got. I don't think there's any reason to talk to anybody here. So the lady will point out somewhere. I remember where she is. Is she over here? Yeah, this dude. This lady. Relge. She gives a hunt later, but she has a little storyline with it, so. Do I have other Dragon Quests other than 8? I do not, and also not particularly. A friend of mine is actually going through Dragon Quest 8 and uploading it. It's Plump Helmet Punk. Plump Helmet Punk. One word. You should watch it. Videos and stuff. He is a big fan of the Dragon Warrior games, so he's much more knowledgeable than I am on numerous things. This is, as it turns out, not a comfortable way to sit in this chair, by the way.
Is he sleeping?
No, my child.
Whoa.
I do not sleep. I dream. For reality and illusion are a duality. Two parts of a whole.
Cool story, tell me more.
The mirror of dreams reflects what is true.
Anastasis, your grace. I am
Lay
Ashelia.
down your words. Ashelia, daughter of Ramanas, I have dreamt your dream. Who better to carry on the Dalmascan line than she who bears the Dawn Shard? Your
Teach me,
dream
Mogster.
of a kingdom restored is known to me.
Grand Kiltias, then give us your blessing. Grant the Lady Ash her accession to the...
This is something you might reconsider.
Hello. It's our old friend.
My little Emperor in waiting. You called and I have come.
This is the man I wanted you to meet. Believe it or not, he is a member of the noble house Margrace, rulers of the Rosarian Empire.
I am but one of very, very many. Try as I might, I could not stop this war alone. Thus, I came seeking Lars's assistance.
Oh man, look how dashing he looks.
Alcide Margrace at your service. To think I stand before the Lady Ash, it is truly an honor.
Look at how charming he is.
I see it is true after all. Stunning is Dalmasca's desert bloom.
In Arcadia, Larsa. In Rosaria, Alcid. They dream not of war. Should Empire join with Empire, the way will open for a new Evilis in our time.
Grand Kiltias, you speak much of dreams, but in the real world, war is upon us.
Grand Kiltias, I was told my coming here would prevent this war. I was to assume my father's throne and announce the restoration of Dalmasca, treat with the Empire for peace, and persuade the Resistance to stay their hand. I have not come all this way to be asked to reconsider.
A word from you and the Resistance would stop cold, and Rosaria's pretexts for joining the war scattered off to the four winds. This was what we had hoped. Alas, circumstances change. A full 2 years have passed since your reported death. Were it to become known you are still alive, I fear it could only worsen our current situation.
This isn't even my final emote.
Powerless to help.
Nay, in fact it has little to do with you.
Then what? If Lady Ash were to extend her hand in friendship, perhaps I could then persuade the Emperor. His Excellency will solve things peacefully.
The Emperor Gramis is no more. His life was taken.
Father.
Gasp.
What possible cause could we have to lay hand on our Emperor?
A deception and an outrage. The Senate will not stand for this.
A viper amongst our senators?
With Chairman Gregoroth as its head. With what dignity remained him, he confessed to the poisoning and passed his own sentence.
A viper with many tails. Much of the Senate is culpable.
We had no choice but to strip the Senate of authority and assign
That dude
powers
is
of
so
autocracy
loud.
to myself until such time as order...
Spare me your lies! I see the serpent coiled here before me!
Trace, you speak too freely.
Zargabath! Do not tell me you join in his mama's farce!
With Rosaria poised to invade at any moment, our leader must have a free hand.
The once great House Solidor is now reduced to myself and my dear brother Larsa.
Surely you would not go so far. Vain Solidor! As Judge, Magister, and Upholder of the law, I hereby place you under arrest.
You misunderstand. Vayne did not make himself autocrat. It was the very Ministry of Law which you serve.
He's so
Do you see it now,
loud.
Trace? When you bared your sword at His Excellency, you bared your sword at the law.
I am the law.
You wear the mama's motley well, Bergen.
Here's some law, it's just a money bag.
Inhuman.
Zargabath, take the Alexander. You will accompany Bergen and bring Larsa back to me.
Sire.
Your Excellency, Lord Larsa was placed under my charge.
Oh? Perhaps you mistook your orders then. I can see no other explanation for why you were reporting and conjecturing on my doings to my late father.
Your Excellency.
A hound begging for scraps at the Emperor's table. Would you serve another master, hound? You may fulfill your duty as Judge Magister before us all. She has been tried and found guilty.
Your Excellency, I beg you reconsider.
Uh-oh.
Do it. I care not. Live, Gabranth. Protect the young lord. Protect Larsa.
Protect me.
Forgive me.
Pray be quick.
Emotional scenes. Woo! Doink.
And so House Solidor lives on.
Let us suppose you approach the Empire with a peaceful resolution. The late Emperor Gramis would have lent you his ear, that much is certain, but we are dealing with Vayne Solidor. Should the princess return, he would claim her an impostor, or to tempt the resistance into battle. Vayne wants this war, that much is certain. As our ill luck would have it, the man is a military genius.
The dreams have told me thus. To reveal yourself would imperil us all. I see war, and Vane's name writ bold on history's page.
Well, yeah, everyone just told you that like 2 feet in front of you, dude.
High. They are making ready for the coming war.
You can't just say the dreams tell you
According
everything.
to our latest reports, the Western Armada prepares for war, under Vane's command, no less. The newly formed 12th Fleet has already been deployed. Oh yes, the Imperial First Fleet stands ready. They'll be underway as soon as the Odin's refit is complete. And there is more. The 2nd Carwin Expeditionary Force is being called in to replace the missing 8th, so there will be no gaps. The largest force ever seen.
Wowee.
And then, the Nethicite is the coup de grace. Grand Kiltius, your grace. I spoke to you of my succession. Let us put that aside. Should I become queen of Dalmasca
I've seen this
now,
story
powerless as I
too
am,
many
I
times,
can
so I
protect
apologize if
nothing.
I'm slightly disconnected from
With a
it.
greater power at my disposal, perhaps then.
It is the Nethicite of which you dream?
If I
require
wasn't...
something far greater.
Gasp.
To wield power against
If I was just playing this for myself and not streaming it, I'd be skipping these cutscenes.
words of a human child.
I am descended from the Dynast King himself.
Indeed. Then you have but one choice. Seek you the other power Wraithwall left.
Does such a thing exist?
Journey across the Paramana Rift
Paramana,
to
that's
the
what it is.
still shrine of Miriam. There rests the gift he entrusted to the Grand Kiltius of his time.
The
Seek it
largest
out.
duck ever seen.
The Sword of Kings can cut through Nethicite. Why he would entrust the power to destroy Nethicite, the instrument of his greatness, to another and not to his own progeny, I cannot say. Awaken Shelia Benagan and take up your sword, or your dream will remain but a dream.
You should try blinking, Larsa. Be good for your eyes.
My dream too fades into day.
That is another phrase. Once again, this game's story does this a lot, but that's another phrase that has basically no meaning if you don't know the story already. If you remember that phrase, it will come up later. Well, the phrase itself won't come up later, but you will understand the meaning of that. How the hell did you get a Tonberry emote? If you hover over, it should tell you what channel it's from. Unless that's a better Twitch TV thing. I don't remember. You can always look at the code for it and then look it up. Because there is a website that has all the emotes and what channel they're from and stuff too. Probably like Twitch emotes or something like that. I don't remember the actual name. But anyway. Any damage we take getting across the rift doesn't matter because there's a save point at halfway, I believe. And there is also... I need better ammo for her at some point. And most of that's from hunts and stuff, or side quests. There's also a teleport save crystal directly next to it, so... You don't have BTTV, and you can see the emote name and channel by hovering over it. Okay, so it's not BT. Better Twitch. Whatever. Whatever. Ow. 3 damage? I originally had Better Twitch TV for dark mode and then like line splitting in the chat, so it's a little bit easier to read, but really not a big deal anymore. So I actually don't have it anymore. Is this the correct way? I don't remember. I believe it is. Yeah, this has to be the correct way because you see this on the way back. So we good. After we get through this chunk of the story, which is the dungeon down here in the southwest, which is rather long, we have to make our way back to the mountain. There's a boss fight, some more story. I don't want to fight anything up here, so fuck you. There's traps up here, by the way, as you can tell. Unfortunately. We're just gonna sprint past everything else. And then we should be at the point in the story where we head north towards Alexandria, which takes us to the Fawn Coast, which means we can... It's not really sequence breaking, but you know, it's not intended. We can make our way to Sarubi Steppe and get, I think, the guns for gun 4, 5, and 6 all in Sarubi Steppe, which will increase our power dramatically because it means both Fran and Vaughn can use guns. Well, I don't know what Esper Vaughn needs, but he'll at least have the gun available if we get the Esper for it. In fact, someone look that up for me. What Esper is down here? What Esper does a Shikari need to get guns 5 and 6? Because I will want to know that, because we'll want to have that Esper when we get those guns. A battle harness. Ooh-wee. Someone knows how to have a good evening. A good night? Question mark. Oh, it gives you a nice shield. Alright, game. Fuck you too. I see how it is. Why is there so much MP to cast Protect? That bothers me. Jim Hazai. Oh my god, that's so far in. Well, at least Fran will have a gun. Jim Hazai is the one in the Great Crystal, right? Or Giruvegan, I think is technically what he's in, but... Or is that, no, yeah, I think that's the one in Giruvegan. Just so you guys know, I actually continuously forget how to do this place. You are fine with having the Dawn Shard, actually. The dude in the huge waterfall tower thingy. No, that is the Earth guy, which is not Shimazai. I forgot the Earth guy's name. The giant waterfall tower thing, I know what you're talking about. You ride the elevator up, it stops, and you fight him, and then you ride it up more, and you fight another Esper. Jim Hazai should be the one at the Great Crystal, the Death Elemental guy. Not technically Death Elemental, but... He's the dude that uses Knots of Rust for his special. Can you not poison me? Freaking poison, man. Is this the first thing we have to touch? I never remember, man. The magic's binding the ruins fade. Okay, and then it teleports us here, and then we have to touch another one. Which takes us down to that room that actually kills people. Hey, bud. Oh no, this took us down? Yeah, this took us down. Okay. I really fix this poison. It's killing me. So, even in a normal playthrough, this room kills you. These enemies over here, these Dragonavus, they're level like 32 or something. I don't remember exactly, but they're a higher level than everything else in here. They're rather dangerous. They're weak to ice, so you can bring Blizzara into this and deal with them pretty easily. However, they will kill us if we fight them, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna fuck off into this direction. We're gonna pick this up, which has a trap on it. And then we're going to run. Excuse me. This is not where the treasure is, or the save point. It was a rather effective high potion. 585. He must have potion lures. Does he have potion lures? He's spellbound. Yeah, he does have potion lore, okay. He only has potion lore 2, but hey. Hello, RPG gamer. Good luck in hard mode. Not the easiest thing in the world when things take like 50 shots to kill, but you know. There we go. Okay, so... Excuse me. I would prefer to not fight any of these, but they're gonna aggro. Hopefully they don't come punch me. Because we do have to go back. We can just go back the other way so we don't get hit. But then we're gonna get mauled by the things outside the door. The issues never end. We may actually die trying to leave this room. About to find out, I guess. Hey bud, pardon me, coming through. Alright. We took 0 damage. I don't know how, but we did. Look at a jobs combo. This is not super optimal jobs combinations, but this is what I have. I'll leave that up slightly longer, actually, in case you wanna look at it. Vaughn and Fran can both use high-level guns, so they are main damage dealers. Vaughn has some buffs that he can do. Balthier is our main tank. Bosch is a backup tank. Ash is pure buffs. He's gonna be too squishy to do anything. And Pinello is pretty much entirely there for Black Mage. This is a fake crystal, by the way. There's no green crystals in the game, in case you're curious. Crystals are dangerous for us, crystal bugs, because they have AoE. So. AoE is bad because it kills the people. From here we need to... I always forget. Obviously go this way. We need to raise the sword. Preferably not fight both of these at the same time. Unfortunately, they're tethered, apparently. Good to know. We're getting lucky with blocks at the moment. That way teleports us back out, right? Oh, I remember. Hold on. Yeah, that's bound. Okay. Because there's that thing over there, which has a very strange spawn-in. I mention this every time I play this game, but that thing is broken. I don't know what's wrong with that horse, but... got things wrong with it, I can tell you that much. As you will quickly notice, so it's chilling right there. It'll chill there until you pull it. It doesn't move, it has no routing, but when you pull it, it'll immediately teleport to the door. 100% of the time. It's also probably going to kill us. Oh, there goes Fran. Don't cast blind. She needs to not be blind. Don't do that. You remember your first time playing this, you were out of MP and no raise, no Phoenix down, and only one character. Everyone's dead. This is a problem. You can get a high potion on yourself there, bud. See if you can also get a high potion on him. There we go. This is why I don't like fighting this stupid thing. Anything with AoE in general, I'm not going to like fighting, so you can't do anything with you. It really fixed my inventory. Alright, just please, I'm gonna try and stay away from people. There we go, Jesus, man. Those green crystals, man, don't mess with them. They'll end your life. If you don't have your party available, they will end you. May as well just wait for Balthier to heal everyone. Yeah, I was gonna set a gambit up for him to heal outside of combat, but there's not always gonna be a situation. In fact, right now, I don't think we even need to heal. This is probably a waste of resources. We need to kill these two, I think. Or did we just need to kill the horse? I don't know. We're gonna kill these two anyway. I don't remember exactly. I apologize. Stop hitting her. Oh, you know what? We can put her at crit health now. That's right. Because we don't have the guest healing us constantly. There we go. Guardians 3, I trust you to do. Okay. We do have to interact with the sword. Good to know. The magic's binding the door fade. If you're new here, you might be thinking, why are you killing Fran? It's because Fran does 8 trillion damage when she's almost dead, so as long as she doesn't die, we're good. FF 10-2 100%. I already did 10-2 100%. Yeah, dingus? Yeah, we didn't need to, probably didn't need to heal there, because we could have just gone to the save point. Oh well. In fact, we'll probably want to touch the save point anyway. We'll just drop Fran's health again. Fran on Archer. Fran is a really bad Archer, but Archer's also kind of useless, so. You did FF12 also, so with that logic, you know. Alright, so we gotta drop Fran's health again. What is with this application rate of sap we've got going on here? I could hit her again to speed this process up. It's not like I'm gonna kill her with this much damage that I'm doing here. There we go. The risk, of course, with doing this is if she gets targeted for anything, she will have a heart attack and die. That is a thing to be aware of. It should be the left door, not the right door. Oh god. Or is it the right door? No, it is the right one. Okay. So we go through this side, we do the statue over here, we loop through down to the south, do that one, etc, etc. Please don't hit her. Okay. Gonna be a while before we get to a save point again, so we will have to be careful here. Wow, you guys have a lot of health. Oh, there goes Fran. Alright, so the balloons apparently have a lot of health. This is good to know. Hey, there's a third balloon. It's not what I wanted. They're resistant to guns, aren't they? That's probably the problem here. We're gonna all die in a second. We're gonna all die immediately, as it turns out. Help. Assist, por favor. Please kill it, thank you. Alright, this is going well so far. So much detail and big rooms. Stylish dungeons. Can I get you more healing potency? that's just all those magic lore over there. Is there any magic lore down here? Oh, there is a little. There's one magic lore. He's still using Cure, keep in mind, so her actual healing output's gonna be pretty low. It's 5 MP per cast, so good heavens. We got that efficiency going off here. Alright. Onward we go. Again, an enemy type that I really don't want to fight, but hey, here we are. Hey, that's a Zambi. Zombies are okay to fight because they don't have a suicidal explosion that kills most of my party. They also don't have, for the most part, they don't have magic. Alright, so you. Then you counterclockwise. In case you can't figure it out. Probably should have picked up that chest. The really long corridor that leads over to there, that's where you're supposed to point it. Even in that chest, who bloody knows, to be honest. At some point later, we will have to return to a lot of these places to pick up loot. The reason I'm not doing it now is because if we come back later, there's much less danger of us dying, so we can wander through areas pretty easy. I wish you had not done that, my friend. But for now, there's too much risk for us to stay in areas for too long before we get better end-game gear, so we'll just speed through areas. Oh my god, your health one. Didn't mean to heal himself. Or would I prefer FF16B if it happened? Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Forgot about that trap. I prefer Evilise in general. I thought there was a chest in this room. Maybe it's a percentage spawn. I would prefer Evilise for the most part. I like it more. We should probably deal with the silence and the blind. Now there is, having said that about the loot, there is one room that we're gonna wander ourselves over to, which is down this way. Eventually she'll get crit health again, don't worry about it. He cast Reflect on himself. He did. Oh, come on, man. He's poisoned, dude. Too much stone. You know, I haven't actually played through, well, alright. I haven't actually played through FF Tactics. I've watched someone play through it, but I have not played through it myself. Ow. This is the downside of going down this way, by the way. There's a lot of zombies. Like a lot of zombies. But it's not too bad. Once we get down here, there's 3 chests. One of which has a weapon, I believe. Or should have a weapon. And you never petrify my people. Hey, where'd you come from, bud? Alright. 59 gil, an Ashura, there it is. And an obelisk. Oh, we got 2. So there's the Ashura. It is a ninja sword with on-hit blind, which is actually pretty useful. Also, ninja swords are really good. The obelisk I don't really care about. Now we can't use that because Vaughn over here doesn't have ninja swords 1, but I think optimal route for Shikari for ninja swords is just ninja swords 1 and then Yagyu Darkblade. If you're going to be using them. Because ninja swords 1 gives you pretty much every sword in the game except the 2 elemental ones. And then the Darkblade is good for Yasmet. And Mesa is just good for doing damage, so. Of course we'll be using guns, but you know, on-hit blind has its uses. There's stuff over there that I don't care about. Would I ever do a tactics playthrough? I don't know. I don't like this, by the way. I don't like this one bit. Well, I guess we're fighting you. Ow. Guess we're dying to you. Well, goddammit. Yeah, that's the right one. I don't know if I would ever do a tactics playthrough. TBH. Not that tactics is bad or I dislike tactics, I just don't really feel like playing through it, so. But can we do this without fighting these? We need to rotate it clockwise. Run like hell. Never run straight down the middle of really long corridors, by the way. Alright, so this takes us back where I want to be, which is good. Fran died at some point, that's not particularly good, but it gives us our shortcut back to the save point, so we can save again, because we're getting our butts kicked over here. Sorta to be expected. You're on your own, Vaughn. The biggest thing at this point is just surviving dungeons to get to the boss. If you can get to the boss, you're in a better position. But everyone likes a good butt, you know? Alright, he's gotta protect the bunny. The biggest thing once we get to the coast is the fact that we can skip to the Cerobi step, which means we can skip to the city, because in the city, the port city, is the Brave Suit, which is the final piece of our damage that we're actually missing, is bravery. We have Berserk, we need the Brave Suit for Fran, and then she just needs critical health and a better gun, and then she's full, except for oil and wormfire shots, she's full set for damage at that point. So we'll be looking pretty good once we get to there on the damage front. The survival front, you know. If you kill things fast enough, they can't kill you. That's our survival. That's how we work. Oh right, we fight a boss here. I forgot. So the gimmick with this boss is that the boss is easy. But the arena has magnets, the first arena with a status effect, I think. And magnet applies a modifier to your action speed based on the gear you have. This includes weapons and shields, not just armor. So we are going to be a little bit slower, but we also don't have heavy armor, so it doesn't matter. Sounds like a movie title, Bunny with a gun. He also casts slow. Rather unfortunately. Before we do anything, bring Ash in. So she can haste our gunner, because our gunner is going to be all of our damage. As you can see, the damage that's going out on the boss right now, it's an easy boss. The only danger is sword dance, which we should survive, yeah, easily. We did it. Good fight? Question mark? This isn't intended to be a hard boss. The actual boss of this place is going to be tricky though. Rawr, tentacles, rawr, lava, rawr. Explosions, rawr. The actual boss of this area is probably going to be hard though. Oh, you know what? It just occurred to me that we have to go through the Mossforan High Waste and the forest before we can actually get to the freaking coast. We're probably just gonna run through those two, because there's no reason to be there except for the mom bomb. Which we're not doing the mom bomb the instant we get there, by the way. I'm sorry, but it's not happening. Could we? Maybe. But I also value my sanity to some degree here. Sage's Ring is okay. Ash will be the one with the Sage's Ring, nobody else. Now the reason we're not doing it the instant we get there, because if we do it then, we have to rely on having quickenings and a big enough chain to just kill the thing. Because if we don't get a big enough chain to kill it, it's going to wander off and heal itself, because unlike the original version of the game, you can't stop it from healing itself. In the original version of Final Fantasy XII, if you do not know, you could actually keep the Mother Bomb from healing itself by either giving it disease or draining its MP. Basically just wait for it to run out of MP, essentially. But it is now immune to disease, so disease does not work, and it has 0 MP cost on its restore. So you can't burn its MP out, it'll keep healing itself. Because why not, I guess? The way past the Colossus is open. Wowee. Alright. Also, if you interact with things in this dungeon with a party member who is not currently equipped with the Dawn Shard, so say goodbye to your MP, you will... we gotta go save. You will be attacked by monsters. If you interact with the podiums, you get attacked by zombies. If you interact with the Waystone, you get attacked by ghost thingies, I believe. Could be mistaken. Occasionally I am mistaken. We're just gonna sprint through the areas after we get done with this place, because we gotta fight this boss. And then we have to fight another boss, which could be hard. Depends on how things go. Then after that, we're free. What's the best way to go down there? The teleport or the other one? Either way, we can save and just have to run through an area to get there. We'll just run through the teleport and then save down there. That's what I originally was gonna do, was save down there, but my brain was like, fear.jpg, touch the save. Fran? Where is Fran? Question mark? Oh, there she is. Does it not teleport her to the thing because she's berserked? Because that's silly. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna fight this stuff here and watch Vaughn die. Over that statue, because we don't care. Ow. We take so much damage from these dudes. The horse doesn't respawn until after you finish the story in this area, I think. I'd like it if you didn't protect yourself. I'd like it if you didn't do most of my health and damage every couple of seconds, too. That'd be at 69 high potions. Spawn, don't die. Alright, so there's the boss room, if you're curious. The reason I fought all this stuff is because LP, mostly. But I wanted to see something because I forgot how this actually worked. Normally enemies will respawn when you go 2 rooms away, so if you're farming something, you go 2 rooms and then come back and the enemies are back, but I wanted to see if it respawned when you saved, because I forgot. Because if it doesn't, which they don't, that means we now have a clean line from that save point over to the boss fight, which saves us the hassle of dealing with enemies on the way over here. Okay, so everyone's got their ice things on, everyone's got protect on, which doesn't actually do much in this fight, but that's okay. We don't need decoy here. I think we just go. Balthier needs to not be in the party right now, though. Actually, you know what? We can do bring Ash in. She hastes right off the bat. Let me through the door. And the reason Balthier can't be in the party right now is because he has no MP. Because when you go into this fight, the first thing you should do is a quickening chain, which he cannot participate in, so... Oh, I should have taken that item off so we can get MP action. Oh well. Alright, so the first thing Mateus here does, spawns a bunch of friends, which we're hopefully going to kill.
Got a surprise for you.
Hopefully. Oh yeah, Fran can't be in the party either because she's berserked. I messed up. I hope I win too, because I don't want to redo this fight, because this fight sucks.
I must endure.
Basically what we're doing here to open the fight is getting a chain for a finisher.
How about some of this?
Because the finisher is AoE. It's the only part of the quickening that's AoE. None of the quickenings are AoE, just the chain. The combo finisher thing. Missed a charge. Now, we only have level 1 quickening, so our combo ender is a bit limited, but we can at least get some damage out, swap party out, do it again, in theory.
How about some of this?
Oh, that's that. How about some of this, by the way? Also, despite these being elemental in appearance and name, they are non-elemental damage. Don't ask questions, that's just how this works. And that was perfect, so all of her friends are now dead. And Ash can go away. Now if you don't kill those things, they start casting sleep, which is bad, and they start casting magic, which does not wake people from sleep, which is bad. Mateus knows slow, which is garbage, but whatever. Since we did the opening of this fight correctly, we should have the rest of this fight okay, except for when chain magic happens. Because that means this is happening. Mateus is one of the bosses in the Rabanester raid, if you're curious. Fran's health is fine. Actually tempted to hold on. Heal yourself while he does that. There we go. Now you can heal him as well. This boss is really hard, the international one. This is the same version of the boss as the international one. Nothing's been changed about this boss from that one, so. $51 damage, 67. Look at this damage we're putting out. Hell yeah. 69. That's what I'm talking about. If you don't kill the sprites that he summons, is this the boss that's a he but looks like a she? I think it is. If you don't kill those right at the start, it makes the fight really hard. Really quickly. We got lucky on that quickening chain though. The other thing you can do is very, very quickly utilize a few casts of black magic. AoE black magic preferably, to kill those before they start casting Reflect on things. Because they will also cast Reflect on Mateus and themselves if they live long enough, so. Is a bad time if you let them live. Anyway. We did it. Clap. We got an elixir. Clap. Alright, so we should have a teleport back to the entrance from here, so we don't need to worry about our health. As it is the end of a dungeon, the developers are usually fairly nice about that. I lied, there's no teleport back to the entrance of this place, so now I'm really sad. I'm a sad panda. Hold on, let me, thing. Why does, freaking Windows do this nonsense with the taskbar, man? Oh, that's the game engine. The stuff in the game has a hard-coded draw distance as far as I'm aware, and they have never changed that in any of the versions of the game, so. Stuff like, enemies, NPCs, treasure chests. I don't think the player characters are limited by draw distance, but you have to get them real far away to do that anyway, so. I'm typing to someone, by the way, my apologies. Originally the draw distance thing was just because it was on PS2. PS2 is sort of limited on that front, so. But, whoa. They never changed it, so all the other versions that could easily run without that draw distance limit are kind of screwed over on that, but that's okay. There's not very many times, because of how the levels are designed, that you can actually see stuff like that treasure chest draw in like that. Sorry. Type. Sword is heavy, by the way.
You should try it on the Dawn Shard. See if it can destroy Nethicite or not.
What?
By the way, you can give her
maybe onto something.
a job with a two-handed sword that's much larger than that by this point in the game. So she can be running around in the field with a huge two-handed greatsword, and then this thing shows up and she just flops it on the ground like she can't hold it. I don't know why that entertains me, but you know, I'm a simple man.
It has been roused. It fears the sword.
Oh hey, look who it is.
The stone is quiet.
This is the sword, the Nethicite destroyer.
Should it find its mark?
Vaughn! Tell me, did you see him again?
To be honest, I wish his name was Van.
I didn't. Not a thing. Not even my brother. Not anything.
Remember that scene in the village where Ash and Vaughn were talking and Vaughn's outlook on things had changed, and suddenly now he cannot see anything from the stone. Did we get it? No, okay. The music changed. I thought we were getting a free teleport. That's your hint that the stone may be more than meets the eye, because there's only one person left in the party that has some sort of vengeance motive, and it's Ash, and she's the only one seeing anything. Vaughn is a Finnish word, and it means just, like just go. Oh, this makes sense. So all these enemies are back. So for safety purposes, we're going to heal. By the way, Fran is dead. Goodbye. Ow. I might die. Look how fast he is. He's speed like a demon. Oh, Fran's dead. You know what would be great? Is if when people died, they just laid on the ground instead of like disappearing or whatever. It would be great as if, like, you go to those waystones and their bodies just laying next to it like you dragged them over to it. I told you I'm a simple man. Simple man with simple entertainment. Alright, so I was intending, if you're curious, to stream till we got to the coastline. By the way, once again, this is Yagged and they're flying over it. I was going to stream till we got to the coastline so I could show you guys the skip, but... Also, but and rather. It's lots of different meanings. Alright, Finnish is a weird language. Confirmed. Imperials, woo! I was gonna stream till we got to the coast so I could show you guys the skip, but I don't know if I have time. Depends on how well this boss fight goes and how long these cutscenes are. I don't actually remember how long the cutscenes are.
There.
Smoke.
Uh-oh.
What could it mean?
So the only reason the Imperials were flying over here is because they wanted to see if Ash had succeeded. Which she did. They have no other purpose to be here. Their job is already done, as you can tell by the smoke in the background, which is animated. Fancy. Wiggles aggressively. We're on quad speed. We're not gonna fight anything on the way back. May as well quad speed it. We go back the exact same way we came, which is across here, which has a bunch of traps, but this direction is more lenient to the wrong way. Lenient to the player, because there's a save point on this side, so it doesn't really matter if we hit traps. This dude, you say something, no military to defend itself, it'd be over in the blink of an eye. But if you talk to them, they mention that the Numoi have left, which are those short little priest dudes. Are you curious? If you're interested, I can translate one line of Finnish words into more than 3 different meanings in English. Why is your language like this? Why are your people like this? Also, the Imperials were kind enough to let the shop stay here if you need to purchase anything. You cannot, however, rent a chocobo. Chocobos are unrentable. The Moogle left. Cartographer Guild is still here, you don't need the maps. Unless it's your first time playing, in which case, why the hell are you playing on New Game Minus? Question mark. I did save, right? I hope I did. Pretty sure I did. This boss fight, unfortunately, here's all the people wounded and whatnot. This boss fight you cannot prepare ahead of time for. You can't buff or anything like that, but doesn't matter. We're gonna do the same thing where we bring out people who can quickening, because this fight starts with a quickening chain required. Not required, but it's beneficial. Oh no, what happened here?
Ah, our vagrant princess.
This is why he said his dream is turning into day, by the way.
Led you to the Sword of Kings. You will surrender it to me. Too late, and to their sorrow do those who misplace their trust in gods learn their fate.
There it is again.
Fran, I don't like the look of that.
This mist. He holds a stone. It controls him as it did Mjern.
No, the power of manufactured nethicite is the power of man. A weapon forged by his wisdom, who would challenge the gods themselves.
Wowee.
A fitting blade for a true dynast king. Wraithwall did but pretend the title, a cur begging nethicite scraps from his master's table. Hark! Evilise hails her true dynast king, Vain Solidor. He shall defy the will of the gods.
By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but the game engine also has a really short level of detail change distance. For instance, you can look at Balthier's hand in that scene.
Blood shall be washed clean from history's weave.
Alright, so the fight immediately starts with things behind us, which we're going to run away from and towards the boss, hopefully without dying in the way. And the reason we're doing that is so that we can pile them all up while we target him. It should be close enough.
Got a surprise for you.
And we're just gonna do this for a bit, get a combo ender, kill the dudes, and then do the fight just like we did Mateus, basically. The soldiers are stronger than the sprites that Mateus spawns, but they're also much less menacing, so... If we don't kill them but we get them weak, we should be okay. We can always do another combo anyway, another chain. Also, this dude has less health than Mateus, I believe. But once he gets crit health, he enrages, wherein he starts killing people with combos that are 4 or 5 long. Which is bad for us because we don't have the HP to soak a combo. What do you mean time's up? I hit the button, it even made the noise. God damn it. I want a refund? Game's stupid. Stupid game. Why do I even play this game? Alright, so we'll swap Bosch out because they're not dead, and we can just do this real quick and see if we get anything. Because they're all at such low health. We'll wait for our turn.
I got it.
I mean, we do have to get 3 hits, game. It's still required in this process. Easy. So this means all of the soldiers are dead, and it's just him. He should be like a little over half health.
Got a surprise for you. Got a surprise for you.
Yeah, Burgers has really good dialogue here. He sets the tone for the rest of the campaign, mostly. They're all dead. She's healing, that's why people are targeted. Do this? Yeah. Normal setup. Actually, let's bring Ash in real quick. So at this point, he's done Battle Cry, which means he's now enraged. Means we should... Oh, we're already on fast. Okay, well... That was a mistake to be doing that, but that's okay. He has an extremely high counter rate. He does double damage, he attacks faster. He has a high combo rate as well. I actually don't know what in this game triggers counterattack, by the way. Well, actually, no, I do, but like, I don't think it's very good for the player, so I don't know why it triggers so much with bosses sometimes. Because the way it works, if you don't know, it's a lot of Phoenix Downs. The way it works is, if your bar is currently charging, you're taking an action. Her being dead is bad. Then you have a chance to counter it. Oh my god. You have a chance to counterattack if you take damage. Just shoot him. Thank you. But it doesn't ever seem to be very good for the player so much as it does for bosses. Even with the best bonus counterattack gear, like, it's still not very good. But anyway, he's dead. There you go. He killed us like 70 times, but hey.
He set his very bones about with manufactured nethersite. The Grand Kiltius?
Wait, what about Larsa?
Gone, spirited away by Judge Brandt.
You okay?
So he was here. As for our young lordling, he went along. To avoid trouble, you see, but Judge Bergen had other ideas. He flew into a rage, and I was left to fend for myself. Please, Princess, you must permit me to take you back with me to Rosaria.
So that you can protect me?
I would lay down my life, at a single word to be sure, but I harbor no mongering delusions of valiant grandeur. Vayne has our war pavilion jumping at shadows. They favor a preemptive strike, but you will convince them otherwise. You will see that they do not start this war.
Start this war.
This I cannot do. Forgive me.
Thank God Al's sunglasses is alright. Al.
I must wield the Sword of Kings, and with it bring an end to the Dusk Shard.
This stone, do you even know what it is?
I can venture a guess. The Draclaw Laboratory in Arcades. The Empire's weapons research begins and ends there. How soon do we leave?
At once. As for matters in Rosaria, I bid you luck.
So you would leave each to fend for his own. Let us hope that you are not disappointed. That's right. Larsa left a message. The differences between our two lands will fade before the shared dream of men.
Nice chest hair, my friend.
My leave, I take.
By the way, right there, he takes the sunglasses off of her shirt. They got a sweet system for his sunglass storage.
How do you propose we reach Arcades?
Well, we take this really long and tedious
Arcades'
path.
borders will be well guarded for fear of Rosarian invasion. We dare not approach by air.
And their navy will see that the coast is watched as well. No, we go afoot. We'll cross into Arcadia in the Salika Wood. We can reach the wood any number of ways, but the easiest is to head north from Nalbina.
The Duck Lore Laboratory, yes.
There is a hunter's camp just beyond the Salika Wood. The camp sits within Arcadia's borders, so Imperial patrols there should be sparse.
Getting that far should be half the fun. Let's be sure we go prepared.
So it turns out I don't have time because that took longer than I was hoping. But next time I stream, not that there's many of you left right now, but I appreciate it, by the way. Thanks for watching. Next time I stream, we'll make our way to Fawn Coast, and then from there we go to the Takita Uplands, and then from there we can make our way to the Sarobi Steppe via a method that the game doesn't actually make you aware is physically possible, but I think the dialogue changes. Maybe it does make you aware of it, but from a glance it doesn't look like it's possible, but it is. But anyway, that's gonna be it for now because I don't have time because I gotta go do things, but you know, it's the thing. Thanks for watching. I'll be back Saturday. So hopefully we'll be back to a big number stream because weekends seem to do much better for me. Because I'm not streaming tomorrow, I gotta clean it, so anyway, thanks for watching and stuff. Where's my mouse? There it is. Bye.